Could Andrew Garfield be returning to the MCU once again? Well, if you believe a recent report, he could be part of the upcoming Secret Wars film. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the report, where it lands on the believability scale, and why this is one of those scoops that leaves you asking tons of questions. Well, as many of you know, we've been working really hard on this channel to try to bring you guys the truth. There are so many so-called scoopers out there these days, posting pretty much anything and everything in order to garner clicks and clout, and we're going to try to lean on the truth here. Now, sometimes these scoops turn out to be true, but given the nature of the whole business and how many of them turn out not to be true, we are well beyond the point of asking questions. And that's where it brings us to today's story, which is Andrew Garfield as part of Secret Wars. Now, this report comes via one of the rather large scoopers, Can We Get Some Toast? And what he is claiming is before the strike, Kevin Feige actually reached out to Andrew Garfield about returning as Spider-Man in Avengers Secret Wars. Now, Andrew Garfield's return as Spider-Man in No Way Home was pretty well received by fans, and there has even been a lot of talk about him returning on the Sony side of the house to play Spider-Man alongside some of these villain movies, which quite honestly is unlikely to happen. Now, there has been ongoing rumors that both him and Tobey Maguire could be part of Secret Wars. As a matter of fact, at this point, pretty much everybody in the world has been rumored to be part of Secret Wars, so I really don't know why this would be any different. The only thing we know from the story that's absolutely true is Secret Wars is coming, and Marvel Studios is indeed working on the project, so could Andrew Garfield fit into that? Well, despite my healthy level of skepticism here, I find this a distinct possibility given how well No Way Home was received. It's still completely unclear what Kevin Feige has planned for Marvel's Secret Wars, but it does appear to be somewhat of a mashup of the two comic book versions of the event, combined with the various movie universes to bring the whole Marvel universe, well, basically completely under one umbrella. This could very well mean multiple versions of Spider-Man, and if we have multiple versions of Spider-Man, well, we could have Andrew Garfield's second return. Now, my biggest problem with this whole scoop is it says that Kevin Feige reached out to Garfield before the strike. This is one of those things that you just kind of look at it and go, well, maybe? I mean, in all seriousness, who has privileged information to phone calls and private conversations like this? Quite honestly, it seems like a bit of a stretch. I'm sure Kevin Feige has talked to Andrew Garfield on multiple occasions, and this might have possibly come up, but I seriously doubt there was any specifics given what Marvel's going through behind the scenes. Marvel is currently not doing a whole lot on Secret Wars. They're still trying to figure out the events that are going to lead up to Secret Wars, and I don't think Garfield would be part of that at all. Now, I'm sure Kevin Feige has ambitious plans, and like I said, this could come to fruition, but it really just doesn't make any sense at this particular moment. I do believe Marvel will pull out all the stops and put as many big faces in those projects as they can, but honestly, for the MCU, if you're talking big returns, I think the likes of Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans, or even Scarlett Johansson, would be massively bigger than Andrew Garfield once again taking up the role of the wall crawler. I really hate it when these kind of scoops get posted. They're completely unverifiable, whether they come true or not, and there's no way that we can ever really have any real ideas of what's happened here. I'm always skeptical when there's nothing to lean on when it comes to information, and this scoop is absolutely one of those type of scoops. I'd file this one away as probably BS.